What's up everyone, it's Sinistry, and today I am here to discuss Pokemon Go and why I think it is just as good in 2022 as it has ever been. As I'm sure you know, Pokemon Go really took the world by storm several years ago, but over a few months and years, it has kind of lost a lot of its player base, and so I think people don't always think about it anymore. However, just because it's lost a bunch of the casual players doesn't necessarily mean that it's a dead app by any means. I actually think that it is in its prime currently, and I have a lot of reasons why. Whether you are a possible returning player or a new player, I'm sure that there are many reasons why you would want to pick this game back up, and if you are already playing it, I'm sure that you'll agree with a lot of my reasons. But before I jump in, make sure to like and subscribe if you like this kind of content. I'm now making videos 3 days a week, and I'm also going to be streaming 4 days a week right here on YouTube, so you'll have new content from me every day in September. With that being said, I'm going to start off by discussing the coverage of Pokemon Go. Now, when I say the coverage, I don't mean the news coverage or anything like that. I'm specifically speaking about the coverage of the map with Pokéstops and gyms. Back when Pokemon Go first released, there was not great coverage. Even in some really populated areas, it was still pretty dead. Even a few years after the game launched, I realized that the game still was pretty dead in terms of Pokéstops and gyms, and it made it really difficult to complete challenges and level up. However, I have not found that to be the case in 2022. I actually see tons of Pokéstops and gyms everywhere, no matter if I'm in a rural area or if I'm in a more populated area. Places like public parks have tons of Pokéstops now, or even gyms, and things like churches, cemeteries, businesses, all of these different places have these locations. This makes it a lot easier for people who aren't really near a densely populated area to play the game, although I will still say it's still difficult in 2022 for very rural players. Nevertheless, I actually think that another aspect that kind of makes up for the rural players not having as many stops and gyms is actually the community support. So over the years, Pokemon Go has still maintained a very dedicated player base, and people have rejoined the game at different points over the past several years. Because a lot of people are still playing the game or have picked it back up, it's actually a lot easier to do things like raids or battles because you'll actually have a really dedicated player base rather than a majority casual. So for example, if you are a rural player, you can actually go on a subreddit and you can find people to raid with, and this gives you many opportunities that you might not have in areas where you have fewer gyms or Pokéstops. This means that you can still complete all of the different missions, and you can still, kind of grow your own community, and maybe you can help to populate your own area with more Pokéstops as you level up to the point where you can request them. Now, don't be intimidated if you have never played Pokemon Go or if you're just starting over. I have seen many different people who are at various levels, some people even lower level than me, and I just started again this year. So people are picking it up all the time. I think that now is a great time to join because there are so many people of different levels. You have the veterans at the max level, you have people just starting out, and it's actually really easy to climb in levels pretty quickly, especially if you are in a more populated area where you can catch more Pokemon, you can spin stops and do all of that. But like I said, even if you are a little more rural, you can still use the online community to your benefit, and you can still find ways to increase your level through those means. But enough about the community, let's discuss the improvements to the Pokemon themselves. So as you might be aware, Niantic has been continually supporting this game from the very beginning, so as you can imagine, there are many improvements to the whole system of catching Pokemon. For example, there are many more species in every area nowadays, whereas back a couple years ago, you might only find like 3 species in your general area. This has made it so much more fun because you never really know when a random species will pop up that you haven't caught, and then you can suddenly, catch it, add it to your Pokédex, and you have a whole other species to evolve and to put your time and energy into. It's also really cool that they are starting to pull from other Pokemon generations, and it's not just like Gen 1 Pokemon, because that would definitely be a little tiring considering we have so many Pokemon to choose from. However, in addition to these species, there are also so many more spawns nowadays. I don't know if I'm alone in feeling this, but there were like no Pokemon spawning in when the game first came out. I mean, I was kind of hard pressed to find like a single Pokemon after playing for like 5 minutes a couple years ago. And nowadays, if I just open the app, there are automatically like 5 or 6 Pokemon in my general vicinity. All of this kind of adds to like the satisfaction of playing the game because you're constantly rewarded for, going out on walks or just checking into the app. And it's also so satisfying when you can finally evolve a Pokemon that you have been grinding for, that you have been walking all over the place trying to find, using your incense, all of these different things. It's just so nice when you can finally evolve it. But even if you can't go on very long walks or, just try to grind to find specific Pokemon, you still end up catching a lot of Pokemon and you do get some really nice surprises here and there. Honestly, I'm not always able to leave my home to go out on a long walk to play Pokemon. Sometimes the weather is not good. Sometimes I am physically ill or just injured or just don't feel like it. Or I have other stuff going on, and it's still nice that I can catch tons of Pokemon, I can still make progress, and I can continue to evolve them. Also, I mentioned incense, and recently Niantic has begun to give everybody a free daily incense that is, I believe, 15 minutes. So you can go on a very short walk around your neighborhood, and you can still catch plenty of new and interesting Pokemon. Sometimes the incense even attracts legendaries, which is kind of crazy. I've only had it happen one time and I unfortunately missed and it fled, so rip to me, but maybe it'll be good for you. In addition to the continued support that Niantic has been giving to Pokemon and adding more of them and increasing the spawn rate, they have also been continually adding new events all the time. Just some examples of events that happen on a regular basis are raids, which happen all the time. You have Go Fest, you have community days, you have limited research, spotlight hours, and so many other different events that happen here and there. They even switch up the battle modes every so often, which is really fun. It gives you a reason to kind of test out different strategies of playing with different kinds of Pokemon teams. It really always feels like there's a reason to play, which kind of leads me to the physical and mental benefits of playing Pokemon Go. Obviously, Pokemon Go supports your physical health by encouraging you to get out of your home and go on a walk to find new Pokemon. However, even if you have a disability or a physical limitation or you're just out of shape, you don't have to feel discouraged by this. I think Niantic has done a really great job of making this game pretty inclusive. I'm sure there are still some people who would struggle to play this game, but I would say a vast majority of people are going to be able to play Pokemon Go regardless of what shape their physical health is in. For example, you don't need to run, you don't need to jog, you can literally just walk at your own comfortable pace. You can stop and start as you need to. If you have a really long trek ahead of you, you can make sure to, pack snacks, take water. You can literally just make a whole day out of it, or you can just take a 10-minute walk around your neighborhood. Either way, it's totally reasonable to play, and I think Niantic does a fantastic job of supporting all different kinds of play styles. I'm not always in the best shape to go out and play Pokemon Go for long periods of time, and I can play from home if I need to, but I also don't feel pressured to go out and go crazy if I do go on a walk. I can just take it at my own pace, and then I can go home when I'm ready. So overall, I think Pokemon Go does very much encourage physical health, but I also think that it encourages mental health as well. I think there are actually two different things that can help to improve your mental health by playing Pokemon Go. The first is purely exercise. It has been shown time and time again that exercise can help your mental health, and just getting outside, getting some sunlight, moving a little bit, your body will feel good and it produces endorphins that make you feel good. So that is definitely one way to help if you're just having kind of a slumpy day. The second thing that helps is social interaction. Now, interacting with random people who play Pokemon Go maybe won't benefit your mental health, but you can play with friends, and it could be a great way for you to get together with, 1 or 2 friends and just bond over a shared task and have a very casual kind of hangout session. The combination of exercise and social interaction could potentially help you if you are having a low day, and if you make this part of your regular routine, it could give you something to look forward to, which obviously will help your mental health as you get excited for something and you're feeling that positive feeling. I will say for my own sake, I've had a lot of fun playing Pokemon Go. I've found that it has improved my physical health a little bit, but it has definitely improved my mental health. It gives me something that I can kind of latch onto and I can care about, and I have played it with friends, and I find that it's really fun and it's a great way for us to share something that I don't share with all of my friends. But anyway, that is everything that I had to say about Pokemon Go in 2022. If you're considering picking up this game, I definitely encourage you to. There's really no harm in trying it, and if you find that it's not really for you, that's totally fine. But I think a lot of people would have tons of fun playing Pokemon Go and would find that it is just as good as ever, if not much better than it used to be. Let me know in the comments if you are currently playing Pokemon Go or if you're thinking about picking it up. I would be totally curious to hear if your experiences have been similar to mine, or if you played Pokemon Go back when it first came out. What did you think of it then, and have you compared it to today? I would just really love to know, so make sure to let me know. And again, be sure to like and subscribe if you like this kind of content. I'm going to work so hard in September to put out content all the time for you, so I hope that you will stick by and you will enjoy all of the different content that will be upcoming. That being said, thank you so much for watching, and I will see you next time.